What's up, guys? Welcome back to the shop. I'm Greg from Masterson's Car Care, and today we're back with our SL55 project, and we're gonna show you guys the best way to protect your black paint. Now, if you guys out there have a black car, you'll know protecting it is super important because everything can mess up a black paint job. They swirl, they scratch, anything can mess it up. And this car has actually undergone a 3-stage intensive paint correction. Come and check this out. This is actually a 2003 SL55 Mercedes, has the original paint job. And if you come in, look at the paint, how reflective the paint is. It's like a mirror. Literally, we underwent a paint correction that took weeks on this. We actually used this vehicle for R&D for our brand new paint correction system that we're doing. Hopefully, maybe I can look at you guys in the camera right there. Our new paint correction system that we're doing. And we paint corrected this paint. It looks fantastic. It's like a mirror. We removed all the swirl marks and the scratches that we could on this original Mercedes-Benz paint. But how do we protect this from coming back? We actually found this car neglected in the desert, had so many swirl marks, so much scratches, so much oxidation on this paint that we want to protect it from coming back again. So what we're going to show you guys to do is we're going to show you how to put the best protection on your black paint. So come inside our Masterson's Car Care factory store. Now, right here, we got everything. So why not go inside and grab some of the best products to get this car looking great? So what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna put on a coat of our Shield paint sealant. This is what we're gonna put on here. Now, when you have a beautiful black paint job like this, you wanna protect the vehicle. And what we're actually gonna do is we're gonna do a sealant and a wax combo because that just gives so much depth and so much clarity to black paint. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use our Shield paint sealant, and then I'm also gonna grab some applicator pads and some microfiber towels to just do the job. I'm gonna actually show you guys how to do this by hand, and I'm also gonna show you guys how to do this with a machine. We got our Rupes polisher in the back, so I'm gonna show you guys how to use the Rupes polisher to go ahead and apply it by machine because our Masterson Shield paint sealant is gonna be able to go ahead and apply by machine as well. We'll go ahead and talk a little bit about this in a minute. So let me grab an applicator pad. We got some applicator pads here. Check out all the applicator pads we got at this store. We got blue ones, we got yellow ones, we got like these black ones, super cool. We're gonna use a blue one today, and I'm gonna grab a microfiber towel. I think for this job, I'm feeling to go with one of our superior blue microfiber towels. Everything that we use in this video, you can pick up on our website, mastersonswax.com, or come to our amazing detailing store right here in Anaheim, California. So let's go ahead and tell you guys a little bit about our Masterson's Shield paint sealant. Now, when you're protecting your vehicle, you want to make sure that you get great layers of protection. Protecting your vehicle is all about getting good layers on the vehicle. Now, we actually went ahead and did this 3-stage paint correction on that vehicle outside using machine polishers. Right now, there's nothing on the paint. So technically, any type of dirt, dust, misuse of a towel, it could scratch and swirl the paint. Literally, in the process of doing this paint correction, one of us just walked too close to the car, and even just our paint brushing on the car actually created micro marring and scratches. We had to repolish the area. That can happen when you have a car that's what's called naked. There's no protection on the vehicle whatsoever. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some protection on the vehicle, and I like to use our Shield paint sealant and protectant. Now, this is designed to last 1 year. So we're gonna put this on the car. We're actually gonna put 2 coats on the car, and we're gonna get 1 year's protection from this paint sealant. Now, this is gonna work on the chrome wheels, it's gonna work on the paint, the glass, everything on the outside of the car. And the reason we're gonna install this is because this car is out here in California, and in California it gets really hot, but it also gets really cold. Here in the morning, right here at our warehouse, it can be in the 40 degrees temperature, even in the summer, and then it can get even as hot as like 90 degrees same day. So that heat differentiation will actually take its effect on regular wax. So we're gonna put some Shield down to get a good base layer of protection. Plus, this has great UV solar protection and blocks out the sun a lot better to keep this black paint looking good. So we got all this stuff. Let's go outside and get going on some detailing. Now, something that's super important about putting a paint protection on this beautiful car, because look how amazing this car looks. This car in the sun, flawless. Even in the shade, it looks super wet. And the Shield paint sealant, it's gonna work on the paint, but it's also going to work on the wheels as well. And once we put this paint sealant on, it's not gonna streak as much. Right here, we were cleaning this panel and it was streaking very easy because it didn't have any type of paint protection on the vehicle. So I'm gonna show you guys how to apply this by hand. I'm also gonna show you guys how to apply this machine. So let's go ahead and start right here on this area of the hood right here. So I'll put my towel down. And the way you want to apply your shield, paint sealant, or any type of protection to the vehicle is you want to first wash the vehicle and clay bar the vehicle. It's super important to clay bar the vehicle. We've already went ahead and clay barred this, and then we've also done the 3-stage polish. So this paint feels so smooth. Come over here and feel this. It literally feels so smooth like glass. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our shield, paint sealant, and protectant, and we're gonna go ahead and apply it to this microfiber applicator pad and spread it out on the vehicle. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna shake up my shield paint sealant, and let's go ahead and apply it to the hood right here. So take your paint sealant, and we're gonna go ahead and put 3 dots on our applicator pad. A little bit goes a long way after you've gone ahead and cleaned and clay barred the vehicle. So let's go ahead and show you guys how to spread it out. Now, the way I like to spread it out is I like to spread it out in lines. There we go. Check out that, that way I'm applying the paint sealant. I'm going very thin on the paint, okay? And I'm just giving it a light coverage on the vehicle. Now, a little bit goes a long way with our paint sealant. So you just put a little bit on the applicator pad, and then you add a little bit more. I like to just add a little bit more. And this is how you apply it. You don't apply it in circles. You actually apply it in lines. There we go. Awesome. I'll come over here. I'll even keep going off the same one. You can see how great coverage, this is easy to see. You're getting great coverage on this little bit of product. With Masterson's car care products, less is more. So we can actually put this all over the vehicle. And this isn't gonna stain trim. So if we get it too close to the plastic, it's not gonna stain the trim. There we go. Let me go grab a little bit more. I like just adding a little bit of product as we go with the shield, paint sealant, and protection. And the reason I like to use this on the black car first is because this has a very transparent shine. And what that means is it's not gonna affect the color. This black looks super black because we polished it out perfect, and it looks so deep and so rich. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this on the hood. And what you do is you let this dry for 20 minutes, and this is gonna bond to the surface because this is full synthetic. It uses a polymer blend that is actually gonna repel UV solar rays, water stains, and it's gonna let that paint shine and give it super hydrophobic capabilities when water gets on it. And then you can also top it with wax, which is great for the next step of this process. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and apply it to the hood, the fenders, and then we're gonna go ahead and get our Rupes polisher. We're gonna show you how to apply it with the Rupes polisher to the rest of the vehicle. We'll see you in a moment. So now we've gone ahead and applied the shield, paint sealant, and protectant to the whole hood of the car by hand. We're gonna show you how to apply it with a machine polisher. So if you have a Porter cable, a Flex, or in this case, a Rupes machine polisher, you can go ahead and apply our Masterson shield, paint sealant, and protectant to your paint faster and easier. Now we're gonna use this Rupes LHR21 ES. This is a great polisher to spread out and apply the shield, paint sealant, and protectant. Now you can use any dual action polisher for this because it's gonna manipulate the hand action and spread it all over the black paint without scratching the vehicle. Now we're also gonna use a black soft foam pad. This extra soft, and it's not gonna mar or harm the paint. Now I usually like to do this by hand, but a machine polisher just like this with the right pad is gonna work even better. So I'm gonna do the whole car with the machine polisher right now. So put it over our shoulder, and I'm gonna go ahead and put a few dots on our pad just to prime it up. I can add a little bit more as I go, just like I was showing you with the hood. So I'm gonna go ahead and spread it on this door and the fender. And what I like to do is I like to put the polish or the sealant in this case over the surface. I do it just like I was going to polish the car. Now this car underwent a 3-stage paint correction. So if you're familiar with polishing, this is going to be very, very easy because we're just spreading out the product. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down, I'm going to take the polisher, put it on the surface, and we're going to go on the lowest speed setting right here on this Rupes polisher. If you guys can see, it goes all the way up to 6. You don't want to do it on 6. Go ahead and turn it down to speed setting 1. You want to go on the slowest. So if you have a polisher and it's on a higher number, just take it down all the way to 1. So let's go ahead and turn the machine on. And I'm just giving it a good movement over the paint, just to spread out the paint sealant. This paint sealant's so easy to use. It just goes on so easy. There we go. Look how easy and fast we were able to seal up that paint. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more onto our pad, and let's do the side of the door and the roof. Now I'm over to the driver's side of the car. I'm gonna take the machine polisher and do everything from the roof all the way down to the lower part of the door. Now I'm not gonna forget the glass. If you guys have noticed on the other side, I'm even placing the Shield paint sealant and protectant on the glass. That's gonna make it crystal clear, and it's also gonna repel dust and dirt from the windows to keep them cleaner for longer. So I'm gonna take some Shield paint sealant and protectant, put it on my machine polisher, and go from the top all the way to the bottom. What's great about this car is this car also has this chrome door sill right here, this trim. It's like a shadow trim. We can actually put the paint sealant on that as well, because this sill right here is not rubber, it's actually metal. So we'll go ahead and place some sealant on there as well. There we go, so we'll go back down. There we go. I add a few more drops on here, and then I take it and place it on the door. And look how easy this is gonna be to do the whole door. Just a few drops is gonna get the whole paint done. So now we just finished applying our shield paint sealant and protectant to the entire vehicle using our Rupes machine polisher. Now you saw me apply it by hand and machine. That's because you got to use both methods to do a whole car. You can't just do a whole car by a machine. A machine can do maybe 90% of the vehicle, but there's still smaller cracks and areas, especially over by the license plate frame and on the lower half of the vehicle, where you don't want to hit the machine polisher on any part of the vehicle and cause damage. So you still got to use an applicator pad and do it by hand in some areas. So that's why I wanted to show you guys how to do it by hand and how to do it by machine. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit some of the smaller areas with the hand applicator pad one more time to get some coverage, and then we're gonna wait 20 minutes for the shield paint sealant to cure on the vehicle. Now once it cures and gets a hard bond, it's actually gonna cure over 24 hours. But once it's been on the car for 20 minutes, we can buff it off because it's bonded to the paint. Now the 24-hour cure time is gonna make sure that it creates a shell on the outside of the vehicle. And this synthetic shell is gonna give a super slick feel and a super high gloss shine, because the black paint is gonna have that great reflectivity, and then we can also top it with a wax right after we use our shield. But if you have a car that sits outside, you can just use the shield and still get great results. You don't even need to top it with a wax. You can use this as a standalone. On my silver BMW, I actually use just the shield paint sealant, and it gives a phenomenal gloss on the silver. So if you have a light colored car, like a white, a silver, or a yellow colored car, or even a light green colored car, crazy orange car, you can actually use just the shield and still get crazy results with a super high gloss. So we're gonna wait 20 minutes, we're gonna go inside, grab a drink, and then we're gonna show you guys how to buff off the shield paint sealant and protectant. We'll see you guys in a moment. So we're back, it's been 20 minutes, and our shield paint sealant and protectant has dried on our beautiful black SL55 Mercedes. Now what do we gotta do? We gotta buff it off. Now what we did is we waited 20 minutes so that shield paint sealant and protectant, it created a shell on the outside of the vehicle. And that good bond to the paint is gonna last 12 months. So that's why we let it dry, we let it take its time, and we did it outside for you guys today to show you that you guys can do this outside, indoors. If you don't have a garage, don't worry, all of our products work outside as well. So it's a beautiful day, we're applying it outside, and now we're gonna go hop into the shop and select the right microfiber towel. So let's go into the shop and select the best microfiber towel for this job. Remember, if you need any of these products that we're talking about, just hop over to our website, mastersonswax.com. Get everything you need to get your car looking great. Now, we're gonna select the right towel. Now, on a black car, you gotta be really picky about what type of towel you use. We have these basic 16 by 16 towels right here. These work for almost every type of situation. But what I'm gonna use to buff off this sealant is I'm actually gonna use some of our fluffy finish edgeless microfiber towels. I'm gonna actually use 2 blue ones. Now what these are an extra fluffy microfiber towel. Check this out. They're a much different texture than this towel. If you guys want to come in and look at this towel, this is like a shorter nap. This is a much longer nap. Now this is gonna make sure that I don't scratch that black paint, because swirl marks and scratches appear from improper washing and drying and anytime you touch the vehicle. So if I'm gonna touch the vehicle and I'm gonna have to buff off this sealant, I'm gonna wanna use a real good towel. We actually spent several weeks paint correcting that Mercedes. There's no swirl marks on it. So if I use the improper towel, or if I'm using a poor quality towel, it's gonna leave marring and swirl marks back on the car. So we're gonna use these extra fluffy microfiber towels to make sure that we don't get any scratches. So let's go back outside and let's just give it a good buff. We're running out of light. We wanted to do this towards the end of the day because we could do it outside and it's still great weather, but it's not hot. If you can, always do your detailing in the shade. And it was a sunny day. We don't have any trees out here to do under shade, so we waited till the end of the day when it was a nice shady area right here in front of the store. So what we're gonna do is take your microfiber towel, put it on the surface, and then just give it a light buff. Look how I'm moving it light. Now I broke the shell, if you notice that. I broke the shell and now the sealant is just wiping off. And you wanna be real careful about how you remove the paint sealant. You don't wanna buff too hard. You wanna literally buff light enough to remove the sealant, but hard enough to not get any streaks. It's a fine balance. And this towel right here is edgeless. There's no edges on it, look. So I don't have to worry about an edge on the towel accidentally scratching the paint. I mean, once this thing's done, it's gonna look cherry. Like it had a 3-stage paint correction, literally hours of work I think the team and myself total out of all the stuff, we have over like 80 hours, almost 100 hours in restoring this paint. We actually used it for R&D for some new polishes that we're coming out with in the next couple months. So if you guys like our detailing products and you want to check out more about what we do, hop on our website, mastersonswax.com, and check out what we do here. But I love how this Shield paint sealant, it just removes it very easy. It's not hard to remove like a wax. It just really buffs off. And this car is so clean. The hardest thing about keeping this car clean right now is outside. There is pollen in the air right now, and it's getting over the car in the wind, but luckily we're using this really soft towel and it's not scratching the surface. So we're gonna just put on the hood. Let's get a little spot. What you wanna do is you wanna get a little spot like that so you can go ahead and buff off the sealant. Now what I like to do is I'm buffing light enough and, not to scratch the surface, but I'm flipping my towel all the time. And this extra soft towel is great for these final buffs because they're not gonna scratch the surface. That's the best thing about this towel. It allows me to push down because look at how much push I got. It's all about selecting the right towel for this job. And this one I feel is the right towel. So now we're back and we finished buffing off our Masterson Shield paint sealant and protectant off this beautiful jet black Mercedes-Benz. Now the color is simply fantastic because the gloss enhancers inside of our Shield paint sealant really bring out that glow and that gloss. And it's not just shiny, we know it's protected as well. And that's the goal with any good protectant or paint sealant. You want to protect the vehicle. The biggest harm to any type of vehicle is contaminants and UV solar rays and bad washing and drying. Now this vehicle is protected against the UV solar rays with the UV solar blockers inside the sealant. It's also going to be protected against contaminants and water spots by pushing off the water, making it hydrophobic. And one of the best things is it's protected against swirl marks and scratches, and it's going to minimize the chances by allowing some friction to happen on the surface. Remember, this car had a 3-stage paint correction. So it was washed, it was clayed, and then it was polished 3 different times with a machine polisher. So all the swirl marks are gone, all the scratches are gone, but when it was naked, when it had no protection, it scratched so easy. You would just wipe it with a towel, it scratched. Once we have the sealant on there, we're able to wipe it a little bit better, wipe off the dust, wipe off the debris, and we're not gonna scratch the surface because we got the shield on there, and the shield's gonna protect the vehicle like an egg. It's gonna create a shell over the surface. It's gonna repel those dirt and grime, and since it's a giant shell, it's gonna stay protected and not have any barriers. That's why we put 2 layers on. We had a layer right after we corrected the car, and then we put the layer on right now for show you guys right here in this video. Now, thanks a lot, guys, for watching. I'm gonna give this a great wipe down with our detail spray, get any last spots that we missed. We're losing the sun, so we're gonna wrap it up. If you guys want to check out everything we have on our website, our extra fluffy finished microfiber towels, our Shield paint sealant and protectant, go hop over to our website, mastersonswax.com, where you can get everything you need to get your car looking great. Now, if you want to top this off with a wax, we're going to use our Legend paste wax and make sure that this vehicle looks amazing. I love using our Masterson's original Carnauba wax on any vehicle, but this car is going to get our handmade Legend paste wax. So if you want to check out that video, check out the more videos on our channel, tune in for the next one, and we'll see you next time right here on the Masterson's Car Care YouTube channel. I'm Greg from Masterson's Car Care. We'll see you next time. Always remember, have fun, stay clean, and keep on detailing.